Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello, and a welcome. This is your daily tarot reading for the 27th of September, 2024. Deck we'll be using is listed in the description box down below, as always. Anyway, let's see what's new and going on for everyone. Alright, my lovelies, I am back. All your cards are on the table. We have 3 aces, 5 major arcana. And since we have 3 aces, we have 1, 1, 1. We also have 5, 5, 5 on the table, as well as 10, 10, 10. So you may be seeing any of those synchronicities. Now, the best part of your day, we start off with the 2 of Pentacles. The 10 of Cups in the reverse. The 5 of Wands. The 9 of Cups. The Ace of Cups in the reverse. And the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. So whatever life throws at you, you've actually been able to balance the scales fairly well, you know, despite hardships. It is simply because you've learned what your happiness is. Whether that means you have a dream or have a vision of the future, you know what that truly is. So in moments where things don't go your way, things that should disappoint you, things that should run you down, things that should drain your vibration and put it at a lower level, this is when you hold on to that. In a way that means you have an inner happiness, an inner light, a hope and vision for the future. And that is what gives you your perseverance. That is what keeps you alive and well lit in a higher vibration, even when you're in situations that maybe other people would think that that light would die. And they're actually pointing to the pearl she's holding. And our pearl of wisdom. It's not just a wish. So knowledge you've gained, experiences you've had. There's certain things they can never take away from you. Other things that probably maybe they haven't given value to, or people forget about. This is what you're holding on to. This is what makes certain things worth it, not only to you but to the collective as a whole. Okay. I wasn't expecting that though. Lead down a rabbit hole to get quite that deep in the first part, but alrighty. Worst part of your day, we start off with the 10 of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you might find it very difficult with everything going on, especially everyday stuff, positive or negative. You probably have a lot on your plate. There's a lot of distractions. So finding opportunities for happiness, self-betterment, for things to improve, you can often overlook those. You know, it's like a magician saying abracadabra, waving his wand over here, and that's distracting you while something else is going on the other hand. And you're busy looking at the first, because that's what everything is obvious, mundane showed you to focus on, and that's what you've done. So certain things may be overlooked. You may not realize something that is very worth it that's right in front of your face. Okay. Interesting. Or something maybe being hidden from you, or something that should be obvious that's not obvious. You need to take a step back. Okay, I'm gonna let that go for just a sec because we still have an area to look at before I start asking more questions or get the urge to pull more cards. We're going to look at our obstacle, or how to get over our obstacle now. We start off with the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Swords in the reverse, the Hierophant, the Five of Swords, Death in the reverse, the Nine of Swords, followed by the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Fool, and last but not least, the Moon. Okay. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles. Pre-Empress energy. This is the energy you're actually sitting in, and you may not realize it. There's this lack of perception. You may not realize just how connected and stable you actually are. And because you can't see that fully, you just think there is regular conflict, even though it's not as severe as you may perceive it to be. But because you not always have the clearest picture, it makes it rather difficult for knowing when things need to change or not need to change. And that causes a little bit of stress. Why? Because with limited vision, you're probably also putting certain limitations on what you can and cannot do. So areas where you've actually got the go-ahead to do so, you may actually not realize that you have the green light. That's what's being hidden from you. Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, worst part of your day. Something that's obvious that you're missing. Limited viewpoint. Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, the magician, the one hand distracting you while the other's the one that you need to focus on. You're not seeing that there is something that you need to actually take action on. It's been obscured from you. Purposely hidden. Hard to see. Obvious, but not obvious. Okay. So this is probably something that we need to check our own belief system on, our own limitations on, to actually look in that area, but maybe take a step back and see a bigger picture rather than the up close. Because it's always good to give yourself fresh new energy to focus and concentrate on a problem maybe you've had for a while, but to look at it from a new angle, a new perspective, a different vantage point. There you go. To see if you see anything different or anything amiss. In this case, there's something obvious that you're missing. A great opportunity. I'm hearing not by chance. Not by chance. Okay, so, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles on the table, which is usually a gift from the universe. So it's not just an opportunity, it's one that you're actually meant to take. It's just whether or not you can get in the right functionality to know what that is, so you can take advantage of it. Interesting. I'm going to pick up some of my cards to give me a little bit more room on this table. Because I kind of scattered them all over the place while I was reading. Sorry. Okay. We have fortitude. We have perseverance. We have authenticity. This is the aspects that are working for us. Very much so. This is what we have to hold on to. This is what we need to hold on to. This is some of the best parts of ourselves. What we've learned. Okay. I almost get the feeling that whatever this opportunity is, that the Ace of Pentacles that you may be somewhat oblivious to, is something that you probably didn't think was possible for you. Either you're not ready, or not evolved enough, or wouldn't ever happen to you. I get this sense of doubt. Because that's just it. And they keep putting me back to the Five of Wands over here in the best part of our day. You've learned enough. You have the skill set. You have the preparedness. This is why you're getting this. It's not by chance. It's just you're going to have to use everything at your disposal to recognize this opportunity, whatever it is. Whether that is encountering another person, whether that is a job offer, whether or not that is, a chance to relocate, or acquiring an item, being given the opportunity to gain more knowledge, whichever way this resonates for you. And it's funny, I get the sense like a stranger saying something offhand, and it should be obvious of an opportunity that they're hinting at or speaking of that you could actually benefit from, but maybe you're overlooking it. It just kind of whoop right over your head. So pay attention to undercurrents. Pay attention to reading between the lines when people speak to you. If that is you that I'm tapping into, that is my best advice. Simply because a lot of people can obscure offers and things like that, or allude to things. And if you're one of those people that don't get that, or perhaps they say something snarky and sarcastic, and you're one of those people that don't understand sarcasm, in which case I feel sorry for you. But in case you are one of those, it might be an obvious, well, they're not joking, they're serious. That's an opportunity, why aren't you taking it, type kind of situation. Pay attention to things like that. That was not where I was expecting this to go. But alright. Yes, I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to leave that there. Just to avoid pulling a whole bunch more cards, because that went off in a couple different directions. Quite literally. And reminders, we have 111, 555, and 101010 on the table in case you do see those. I'm still in the midst of reorchestrating things for the numerology. So we're going to jump into the astrology. The moon in Leo squares Venus in Scorpio. So this is where moderation is not your forte. You might overindulge or want to try a little bit of everything. Try not to overdo it. Try not to go too far. Unfortunately, this energy almost reads like you've closed that down. And that's the problem. Something's obvious that you're not seeing. It's like you've put blinders on in some aspect. So instead of overindulging and being free and open with energy, you kind of narrowed your viewpoint at some area, or in a situation that maybe you're self-protecting, and not everything is getting through the way it normally would. So instead of giving into free-flowing energy, it's like you've partially closed yourself off, and some of that needs to get in, and you may not let it. Which also ties into, yes, difficulty with moderation, good self-protection, great. Certain things can't get in, but overprotecting yourself means the good things also can't get in. So there's balance. There's a happy medium with that. And don't forget, we literally started this reading off on the Two of Pentacles, so that's a balance card. Yeah, I really want to pull extra cards, but we're going to refrain from that for today. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it at this. I'll behave myself, I promise. I'll try not to be nosy too much. But if this does resonate for you, by all means, give me a thumbs up. And if it doesn't, no worries. It is a general reading after all. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.